And now, the President of United Earth.
In 4 short years, we will enter the 23rd century. And thanks to the policies of my administration, the future never looked brighter. But our colonization of the solar system still has its growing pains. As you already know, I too was once a stormer. Of course, that was many years ago, and we were just pioneering the field of psionic weapons. But my experiences in uniform built a foundation of service, loyalty, and of courage. If you can survive the Lightstorm training, you will bear the awesome responsibility of defending global democracy throughout the regions of space. Who knows? Perhaps one day you'll find yourself sitting behind this desk as President of United Earth, Commander-in-Chief of the Lightstorm Forces.
Okay, little brother. This is your last chance to change your mind and go home.
I didn't graduate top 10 from the academy to take some desk job, sir.
Dad would have been proud of your grades. School's over, and now the real lessons begin. Are you ready for your first training mission, Private?
Sir, yes, sir.
Your job is simple. Run the gauntlet and get your butt out alive.
Now, who's this, sir?
That's the top of your class.
Troy Alexander?
He seems to know his way around the block. How about you?
Will I be getting any psionics, sir?
Why would the government waste good money in planting expensive psionic weapons in a cherry recruit? If you don't have the brain power to outmaneuver a few droids with attitude, I never forgive myself for sending you on a real mission. Just remember, think fast, shoot fast, and kick ass. Walk softly and carry a big stick, especially when you sidestep the corners, and you'll do just fine.
Is this a movie or is this a video game? Oh, Ray Phoenix here, and this is Let's Play Disruptor Ps1 Part 1. Man, there's so much story, so much plot in this game. So we know there's that President Krieger that we saw there that thinks there's a bright future ahead of us. There's absolutely nothing suspicious about him at all. He has a strong resemblance to Rob Ford, but like I said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing suspicious about him at all. He's the least suspicious man this entire game. And so we pretty much have to do this training mission. We have to go run a gauntlet pretty much of robots, and we don't even have any actual weapons. We just have a stupid little pistol, the gun thing, which doesn't really do much. It's actually one of the weakest weapons in the game, but that's all we have. I guess that's how they train us, making us take the final exam before we could actually take the actual course itself, which is this game. At least we got an upgrade, you see there, so now it's like a machine gun now, so I guess machine gun those robot things down. Picked up a small clip as ammo for the gun. Yes, this is some kind of like training thing, but then again, it probably was pretty cool in 1996 to see a video game have live action cutscenes like that. They kind of overdid that a little bit, the live action. It makes a lot of sense. They kind of overdid the live action cutscenes a bit to a point where it's almost like, is this a game or is this a movie? This game could have very well could have been a very good movie. It could have been like the next Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that, but or Star Wars or something like that. But no, instead they just made it the game. This game was made by Insomniac Games years before Insomniac made Ratchet and Clank, and a few years before they made Spyro. They made this. I already made a video of this, the demo of this game, where I played the demo of this on New Year's Eve last year. And so that's the first level the game cleared out. As you can see, Disruptor mission complete. We get a password, so we could, if you don't have a memory card, you can use a password to save. That was going to be another boring cutscene, as you can see here.
I feel like hell. They say the first one hurts the worst. How many psionics did your dad have? I don't know, like 4 or 5?
All the psionics in the world couldn't have saved him from that terrorist ambush. That's why you've always got to keep your eyes open. And watch your ass.
Which psionic did we get, sir?
Nothing too shocking. Maybe it's time you tried it out. Now you know this training mission won't be a cakewalk like the last one. I want you to get through the chem factory alive. And don't forget, good stormers always think on their feet.
If only our feet had brains in them, it'd be easy to think like your feet had actual brains in them. But of course our feet don't, it's just flesh and bone, I assume. We see the same scene all the time, it gets worked out too.
You'll be facing organic enemies this time. So hunt down the phase rifle and cook them till
Oh, we're getting a new weapon this time around too. So now we have these things called psionics, these force powers that pretty much give us magical powers. See, it shocks that thing. There's a shock power. It's the only one you get at first. Okay, so you found the phase rifle. The phase rifle is more ideal to use against organic enemies since it rots away their flesh. The other weapon we have before is more ideal against robotic enemies, which there aren't as many robotic enemies in this game as there are of. But later in the game, we will be taking on ice mutants and other bizarre organic enemies that have flesh melting weapons. It's gonna be this game's gonna be like a very an action-packed adventure. Again, this would make an awesome movie, but no, it's a game instead, which I guess it kind of works that way too. Some people think movies and video games should just be their own things and shouldn't cross over each other. We don't have the heal psionic yet. Later on in the game, we're gonna get a psionic that allows us to heal. We actually should be getting that pretty soon. Now you just have to pretty much go hunting for enemies. Look at those stubborn bug things. Who came up with those bug things anyways? The bugs in Bugatron were, I think, looked a lot cooler. Then again, Bugatron was just some indie PC game that came out years later. I don't even know why I'm talking about that right now. I digress. So anyways, yeah, we're almost through this second training level. Yeah, this isn't our training level, believe it or not. They actually sent us to impending doom on some weird, bizarre planet for training. That's how they train people in this game. Very barbaric, very draconian in terms of what their rules are like. But I guess it's what it's like if you want to be a light stormer. I wish I could be a light stormer. I mean, if this was a thing in real life, I'd love. I couldn't be a light stormer. They wouldn't want me to be a light stormer. I think a better Starfleet officer than a light stormer. And that's the end of the second training level of the game. And they make you play these, by the way. You can't skip these. So yeah, we're gonna see another live action cutscene. Live action. At least this isn't Cartoon Network.
That was nice going back in the chem lab. Real nice. I think you actually beat my record. Thanks. Man, aren't you getting tired of playing these games? I am.
They say if we're calling it a game, we're still not ready for a mission.
Are you kidding me? Man, I haven't missed one trick. Not even that hidden stuff. I'm ready to go.
Any hints on this next one?
Just that you'll be getting a new psionic called Drain. How's it work? You'll figure it out.
So what's the mission?
It's a high-pressure IQ test. They want to see if you can nail the bad guys without blowing away any of the hostages.
Hostages?
In the words of your brother, being a stormer, it's more than just kicking ass. Shows you got what it takes, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll send you out on a real mission.
And of course, the same old sequence. We get warped or teleported. Again, very original. It's totally not ripped off from anything else.
There aren't enough bullets in the solar system to blast all those terrorists. So use your psionics, but don't waste the hostage droids.
And apparently there's terrorists in this game too. I didn't know that before now, and I played for this whole game several times. So this is a new psionic we have. It's called Drain. We could use it on enemies and then pretty much just suck psionic energy at them so you could refill up your psionics. That's right. We're kind of like those kids from Earthbound that have telepathic powers or telekinetic powers. They have like, doesn't Ness from Earthbound have like PK Thunder or something like that? Well, that's kind of what we have right now. It's kind of what we're getting right now. We're becoming like those people in Earthbound. Well, I actually would much rather play this game than Earthbound. No offense to Earthbound fans. I don't like Earthbound that much, but I really like this game. This game I think is a lot cooler. There's action in it. It has a great story. There's adventure in it. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty good. There's a lot of exploration involved in this too. A lot of figuring out. It's not simply straightforward like how a lot of other games are. I wonder if all those kids that play Call of Duty these days and ace Call of Duty, wonder if they could ace this game. And of course this came across a continue point there, so if we get killed, we could start there instead of at the beginning of the level. Those are the hostage choice. By the way, I forgot to mention this too, but this is also one of the first video games ever to have an event-sensitive soundtrack. You might notice, it's hard to hear, but the music changes when you come across enemies. There's like an ambient track, and then there's a tension track. If you come across enemies, it's called tensions, and it plays like, like action-sounding music, kind of music that played during an action scene and something. So yeah, we're going to try to blast these droids, and then we have to, again, there's another one of those R2-D2 like droids there that we have to we don't have to rescue them. We just have to let them. I guess we wouldn't have to save hostages. I mean, it's not what we're supposed to do. I'm sure we save hostages. But again, I don't really get what the point of this is. Anyways, we don't do it. Spoiler alert. won't do this again in the game. There aren't any hostages. There aren't like any hostage situations later in the game that we have to go through. We have to save hostages. Kind of like in those Spider-Man games where the bank gets robbed or some place gets robbed and you have to be Spider-Man stuff. This isn't a Spider-Man game. We're not playing as Spider-Man, so we don't really get what the point of that was. Yeah, it is possible to use a drain psionic on those enemies. I wonder if anyone's ever played for this whole game only using the drain psionic before. I'd give a medal to anyone that could do that, could play this game only using the drain psionic. Or just psionics in general, anyone that can play the game only using psionics. I'd like to see someone try that. I think there is a kind of run like that actually, the game that gets played for it. And that's the end of the final train level of the game. Next up, we're going to get into the actual game, going to see some actual action. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.